Good evening. I don't know about anybody else in the room, but I think if I was a tick, I'd be pretty scared of Jim Miller. I don't know where he's sitting tonight, but I certainly want to mess with that dude. I'm Scott Santarella. You saw my butt in the video just recently. But it's an honor to be here tonight. For those of you who were here last year and the year before, thank you for coming back and being supportive. And for those of you who are new, welcome to Team GLA. A year ago, I stood at this very podium and I introduced myself as the new CEO of Global Lyme Alliance. And I talked a lot about the injustice, as you've heard, associated with Lyme disease, lack of awareness, inadequate diagnostic tools, limited treatment options for patients, all of which we agree are completely unacceptable. I also shared with guests the responsibility we all have as humans to do something when we see inequities in society, especially as it relates to underfunded, underserved, and often stigmatized diseases, and most unequivocally, when the health of children and families are at risk, of which all of these, Lyme disease is very much guilty. And as I promised, thanks in part to your support, GLA has been busy putting our words into action. Over the last 12 months, we have been tackling the injustices associated with Lyme disease with great success and measurable impact, best described by these numbers. 2 to 11, the number of countries from which GLA receives donor support. Evidence our impact is worldwide. 22 to 50, the number of states, yes, all 50 states, from which GLA receives donations. Proof positive, Lyme is everywhere. From a few hundred to 12,000, the number of elementary and secondary school teachers across the U.S. that have been given direct access to our Lyme disease prevention and education curriculum free of charge, further evidence of the need to educate nationally. 40,000 to 100,000, the number of children and families GLA has helped become tick and Lyme aware through our summer camp program offered at 56 summer camps in 7 states and growing. 1 million to 2 million, the amount of grant dollars since the beginning of this year GLA has committed to scientists focused on researching new ways to beat this disease. And 2 million to 20 million, that's 2 million to 20 million, the number of media impressions GLA has had over the last 12 months through our social media platforms, educational programming, and awareness outreach efforts. Thanks in large part to Rob Thomas every time he tweets something out, so thank you, Rob, for that. There's no doubt that we're all in this together, and quite frankly, we're just getting started. Recently, we hired a Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Tim Salati, who brings to GLA and our research-based mission 25+ years of experience in Lyme research, extensive disease knowledge, and a track record of building bridges among scientists, clinicians, industry, and government. We held a successful fundraising event in Chicago in August, yes, Chicago in August, which will become an annual event. And we have our sights set on other major events in Texas, California, and Florida to further our national impact. And lastly, just this week, we received more than 30 research grant applications for research to fund, our most application pool ever. Thank you. It's an indication of interest among the research community to help us solve the challenge of Lyme disease, and it reinforces the need for resources to support their efforts. This is the moment. Now is the time to invest in GLA and our mission. As you heard from Rob, we have the leadership in our board of directors to set the strategy. We have the commitment and dedication of staff and volunteers to enact change, and we are all driven by a passion to erase the injustice for those suffering from Lyme and other tick-borne illnesses. Together, we will shift the paradigm of this disease from uncertainty, misunderstanding, and helplessness to clarity, comprehension, and hopefulness. We're on our way and a pathway toward a cure. So thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being part of Team GLA. We cannot do anything that we do without your help. We truly appreciate it.